This is Math with Mrs. Combs, and we're talking about dividing decimals when there's a decimal number in the divisor. Okay, when it's in the divisor, what do we do then? Well, let's see. Let's just look. There we go. The divisor is this number right here. That number. 42 divided by 0.6. And this doesn't say 0.6 divided by 42. Some of you do read it that way, but that's not correct. It's 42 divided by 0.6. And when you see that, a decimal, outside the decimal box, red flag pops up, stop. You're going to have to do something to the problem first before you can divide and get the right answer. We cannot divide with a decimal in the divisor. So if you see a decimal in the divisor, stop and think. And what you're going to think is over, over, up. Okay? So I have to move this one spot. I have to move this one spot and bring it straight up. I'm multiplying them both by 10. When I multiply by 10, I move the decimal one spot. I move the decimal one spot and bring it up. Over, over, up. Now the problem we've got to do is 420 divided by 6, and that one I can do because there's not a decimal outside. So 6 goes into 42 7 times. 7 times 6 is 42. Bring down the 0. Bring up the 0, because 6 doesn't go to 0. And so the answer to this problem is 70. And it's an equivalent problem to the one we started with. So if the answer to this is 70, the answer to this is also 70. Here are some problems for us to try. Okay, the first one here says 72 divided by 0.9. 72 divided by 0.9. That's the divisor. There is a decimal. And I think, this is what I think. Over, over, up, and I fill in with a 0. Okay? Now the problem I have is 9 into 720. And I can do that one. I can do it. 9 goes into 72 8 times. 9 times 8 is 72. I subtract, I get 0, bring the 0 down. 9 goes into 0, 0. And so the answer to this problem is 80. And if the answer to this equivalent problem is 80, then the answer to this is also 80. Okay. Now, we have multiplied this one. We haven't multiplied it by anything, but we're going to. We've got 63 divided by 0.07. Whoa, 2 numbers after the decimal. So I have to multiply that by 100, each one by 100. So I move the decimal 2 places, 1, 2. 1, 2, up, and I fill in 2 zeros. Okay? As soon as I figure out where the decimal goes, I bring it straight up and put it on top. Now, does 7 go into 63? Yes, it does. It goes there 9 times. 9 times 7 is 63. Bring down a 0. 9 goes into 0, 0 times. Bring down another 0. 9 goes into 0, 0 times, and the answer is 900. And if the answer to this equivalent problem is 900, then the answer to the original problem is also 900. Now, this one's a little bit different because we've got decimals in both numbers. This is the divisor. This is the divisor. And I have to move the decimal over only one spot to get rid of, move the decimal to the right place, move the decimal out of the divisor. So then we will have an 8. But if I move this one spot, this is supposed to be a 6. If I move this one spot, I move this only one spot and bring it up. I only moved it one place and bring it up. So now it's 8 into 5.6, and I bring the decimal up. Does 8 go into 5? No, and I'm writing the 0. Does 8 go into 56? Yes, 7 times, and 7 times 8 is 56. Notice that I ignored that number and called it 56 because I've already brought the decimal up into the proper place for the answer. And that's no remainder, so the answer is 0.7. And if this answer to this equivalent problem is 0.7, this one is also 0.7. And that's what we do when we're trying to divide decimal numbers with a decimal number in the divisor.